Sai,
Brago.
One Piece chapter 1167 is out, has been out.
6-7.
I think it's gotten to a point when I was out and I heard 6-7.
Oh no! It even hit them.
It hit them.
Oh god!
I'm like, huh? And it's like I'm like, okay. So now it's traverse languages. Sai.
It's like
so
Mr. Worldwide.
It's like your boy. So
It's gonna be like the Pepsi commercial, right? Like, oh, the Pepsi's gonna stop wars. Remember that commercial?
I mean, who knows? Maybe it did stop wars.
Yeah, like you're on the battlefield, you're shooting somebody down, and then they say 6-7, and you're like, wait a minute, he's just like me.
That just fixes everything. I think, was that the year? I remember that year for commercials was the Pepsi one. Was that the one where was that the Boys Will Be Boys
year? I don't think so. It was like some famous girl.
Well, Taylor Swift, I think, did the Pepsi commercial.
It was Kendall Jenner.
Oh, it was Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, it was Kendall Jenner.
Same thing.
That was 2018. Damn.
And then it was like we had like a very interesting run of just mediocre commercials, I would say.
Yeah, the Super Bowl brought this all upon us, though.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. I don't like the commercials and how they've been hitting recently. So, I used to watch Super Bowl specifically to watch a lot of the commercials. But nowadays, the commercials on Twitter before they even air.
Yeah, they get leaked.
So, yeah, so it's just like, okay.
Imagine that spoilers for a Super Bowl commercial. They're just trending.
Like what? I mean, the spots are like super expensive. So, I mean, I don't know how they get leaked.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Like at least a couple million, like bare.
Yeah, because there's so many eyes. How many eyes are gonna be on it? So it's just like to kind of like have those leak. I'm like, come on, what are we doing?
Tighten the ship.
Do you remember your favorite Super Bowl commercial ever?
I don't have a favorite, but the one that I always think back to is that one nerdy kid in the elevator making out with the supermodel.
I don't remember that one.
Because it was like kind of controversial, I think, but nobody really cared.
The ones that always, I feel like they had a good track record and a great hit rate was Doritos. Like Doritos always had. Yeah, they always.
I think that was a Doritos commercial.
Was it Doritos? It was always
Maybe.
Wait. I think it was Doritos. It's kind of coming back to me a little bit because she had like did she have Doritos on her lip or something, or it was like
maybe
I don't know.
I don't even remember anymore. There's just so many. There's like one every year.
Yeah, so I think Doritos is the one that I typically always like. But speaking of commercials, we had a great cover art request here, Sai. How do you feel about this one? A cat trying to steal a book, and Nojiko and Genji.
Yeah.
I mean,
who are these guys?
I mean, they're probably,
No, that's like their dad.
I mean, we've seen Stranger Things, all right?
We have. So I liked it. I mean, I'm a big cat guy. I like fish. I mean, it was adorable. I mean, this is essentially what Nami did as a kid, right? Just stealing books from this guy.
Well, you got to think about it. This is what Nami did, but also Nami's epithet is
the cat burglar. Yeah, this is a really good request.
Really, really good request. So they can't help but feel like, oh my gosh, let the cat go. So I love this request. It's been a good run.
Yeah,
it's been a pretty
the past
good run.
3?
The last one was
it was Law and Beppo sleeping on Zeus.
And we had the Mihawk,
Perona, Bunny
Perona. It's been a great run. It's been actually a great run. So no, I'm loving these so far.
I can't wait till we get like a Yamato one.
Yeah, I can't wait either. I'm super excited for a Yamato one.
I think Oda misses Yamato. Dude, last week we had the color spread with Yamato in it. I think Oda misses her.
I think he really likes Yamato.
He does.
But it's just to draw a side boob, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Speaking of a good run, One Piece was great again this week. dare I say,
Oh,
better than the last 3 or 4 chapters.
okay. I thought it was crazy when I said that. You know, at first I attained myself. I said, okay, it's better than the last 2 chapters. Do I want to say a majority of God Valley though? I don't know.
It's
Just the
bro.
lore we get is nice. Like I love fights,
It's
I do, but the lore,
the
man,
lore
you
we
can't
get
compete.
is not nice, Sai. The lore we get is nuts.
Yeah,
It is actually crazy. First
good
off,
stuff.
what I like about One Piece is how it builds the world. And of course, Morgan's out there collecting propaganda. It's really news. But this is how news gets around. Where people are like, well, I saw, and it was 10 feet. And it's like, oh, okay. Then it goes to the next person, the next person, the next person. And there's some truth to every rumor, right? But the actual truth is that you got Harold in the distance terrorizing pirates. Sigh, poor pirates.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. Like, honestly, Harold is doing good work out there. Like, I thought that they were going to have him, I don't know, attacking civilians, participating in God Valley hunting tournaments.
He's doing
I'm like,
the Lord's work.
They're really doing the Lord's work out here.
They're
Like,
doing
these are
God's
not
work.
good pirates, man.
Well, here's the difference, though. Harold is not even vetting them. He sees a Jolly Roger, goodbye. Right? You're out of here.
Okay,
And
to be fair,
of course,
no one's forcing these dudes to put Jolly Rogers on their ship.
Nope.
These guys aren't
Nobody
innocent
is.
necessarily.
I don't know. Here's what I say. More than likely, every pirate that Harold's taken down is probably for the betterment of society.
Yeah,
However, he could come across a Professor Clover,
a Luffy.
you know, a Luffy, a Law.
But how many of those guys are there out there?
Not that
though?
many. Not that many. He's actually doing. It's a benefit considering just how many bad pirates are out there. So even if he chops down one good pirate and 25 bad ones, net positive.
Net positive. 100%.
Net positive. He's the first warlord.
Kind of is, yeah. The first warlord, the hidden cipher pole agent. He goes by many names.
I don't know why they didn't continue to adopt this format. Right? You have the blueprint here. You get leverage and then you use them, which they kind of do, right? Because they had leverage on BOA for the most part. It was just like, hey, you or your island.
Your history.
I think Doflamingo just got tired of running. It's just like, all right, man. I'm just sick of it. But Jinbei, he was trying to change things hold on. Well, okay, it's different for Jinbei, but it seemed like Jinbei was trying to do a little bit of what Harold is doing now.
Jinbei did it to boost relations with the world government, but he also did it to grant amnesty to the Sun Pirates so that they can go home and visit their families again. So Jinbei was like a double barrel thing.
Kind of doing the same thing as Harold, but Harold, that's not established yet. These relations between pirates and, well, Harold isn't necessarily a pirate, but he is the world leader of an unaffiliated country. So Jinbei was, can we give Harold credit for this? Where they're like, well, why don't we just use these people to do our bidding? Yeah. How do you feel about Harold at this point?
I love it, dude.
With him taking down these ships. Do you like him more? Or do you just okay, hold on. You said you love it.
Yeah. He's doing a good job out there, man. And I'm going to be honest. I thought that this chapter was going to be horrible for Harold. We'd get in here, we'd feel so bad for him. They're abusing him. They don't care about him.
It could be worse.
But you see this chapter, it's yeah, it definitely could be worse. They're literally using him to fight pirates, which, they could have, I don't know, enslaved more giants. But it's no, they're using him as a marine, essentially. And then even then, when we see the Gorosei talking to him, when we see the God Knights talking to him, they don't treat him badly. They kind of do treat him like an ally. I'm wow, this is a lot more respect than I thought he'd get. What Shanks called him a piece of scum and, commoner. But aside from that, I can see why when Sommers and Shamrock came to Elbaf, they're hey, did you visit Harold's grave? I could see the relationship. He is an actual ally here.
We should start naming chapters or giving chapters different names. If you had to name this chapter something different, what would you name it?
The Jolly Good Giant. What, you don't like that name?
Jolly Good Giant is hilarious. BFG, or asset management. That would be the name of the chapter.
Asset management.
I think it's just great management of assets by the world government. It's like, because not only using Harold to take down pirates, they're actually using Harold to bring in recruits to stop pirates. So just like they're just going back to the well, like, hey man, if you want to be a part of us, we need like 10 of these.
And the
10
thing
of these
is,
giants to be recruited.
I thought that they were going to keep on stringing Harold along endlessly, but he has an end goal kind of in front of him. Like, it's not that far away, all things considered. What, one more rank up, and boom, Elbaf joins.
I don't think they ever plan to rank him up.
I think they were. I don't think that they were lying. I think there is going to be like a genuine blunder next chapter.
I think for Harold, they were going to string him along and use him as much as possible, and then just like pull the rug right from under him. Be like,
but why would they do that, considering how good he's been to them, how the Giants feel about the world government right now? Like, it's kind of just in their best favor to just assist Elbaf.
I think it's kind of like Frieza, right? Where it's like Frieza could continue using the Saiyans, but it's like, is Harold too powerful? Is he too dangerous to have out there?
But he's gullible.
I don't know.
Like, you gotta get him on your side. I mean, it's better than what they're doing with Fishman Island. Fishman Island joined the WG 200 years ago, and nothing's really happening. Like, they're not even utilizing them.
They just don't like the fish.
Yeah, they don't like the fish. They at least like the Giants, though.
Because the Giants, at least you throw a giant at a country. That's like, that shifts the tides,
Yeah, that's why you got to treat them well.
Yeah. But Harold, he's making a name for himself out here, which is, some may say counter.
Oh, it's definitely counterintuitive. Like, I mean, going back to like Harold, is this really helping the reputation of Giants? Yes and no. Like, he'll join the world government, but the only reason he's joining is because of his brute strength. So it's
almost
like,
like
give and take.
Because the narrator says, in truth, this monster was Harold.
Yeah.
And of course, it's all rumors. It's not, a lot of it isn't based in fact, but it's like more rumors out there about giants doesn't do it any good. However, like we said, it's not like he's doing a bad thing. He's getting rid of pirates.
If I was a civilian, I'd be so happy that Harold comes to my country.
Just destroy pirates?
Yeah. Like, if I was just like a farmer, I'd be like, oh, dude, Harold, please come over here. There's pirates like nonstop.
I would say this. When I first see Harold, I would not be happy. I'm like, what is this thing doing here?
It's like Attack on Titan.
But then after he starts getting rid of pirates, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You see like Eustace kids sailing up, you're like, oh god. And then Harold stops him, you're like, oh, you know what, Harold? Hey, you want dinner, man?
Right.
Come on. Get over here.
You're okay. So I think, it's good and bad based on like what's put out there. I think the fact that
and
it's
who
like,
you are.
Yeah. The fact that
if
it's
you're
like
a Marine,
still
you probably
rumor,
love this guy too.
Less work.
Yeah, less work, less death.
Right? Helping us. But if you're a Marine, you might hate this guy. He's taking all the credit.
Okay, wait. I doubt most Marines would care about that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The everyday Marine would love to not fight a pirate today.
The everyday Marine. But I'm talking about like the ambitious.
Oh, like Doberman,
Marines.
Strawberry, and all them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like taking all the credit. But the thing is, like for Harold, it's like he could take out all these pirates, but it's like still minimal gain because of where he's coming from. But net positive considering like what he's doing. We see the Legends of God Valley. They go on to make a name for themselves. And Oda, like I said, man, he showed Big Mom Kaido, Whitebeard, Shiki, and Wang Ji.
Wang Ji. He looks cool.
I don't know if we're gonna get a short story or a novel. I need it though. I need to know what was the plan? What was the reason for you not basically stepping into that Yonko, I guess, space? Just being comfortable.
He took the Wong turn.
I see what you did there. But why? Because he had it all in front of him before Big Mom Kaido and Whitebeard. He had territory. Is it just the crew? Because why didn't he get the shot, essentially, to become a Yonko or an emperor?
Maybe he didn't want it. He just wanted to retire.
That's the thing. Because it's like he seemed to have a prime position even more than Shiki. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious about, like, why not? And again, we know, but he had a base that the world government would love to at least have access to. But wait, they wouldn't have access to it if it became a Yonko. Maybe that's why. Because remember, they stole it from under the world government.
Yeah.
By lying to them with Rox's thing. So maybe they like held him in contempt for that. Where it's like, no, we can't never work with anyone that's over Pirate Island. But that's what Blackbeard's trying to do now.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, I love the scar he has, though. Like, that's brand new. I like to imagine one of the people in this page gave it to him.
Or maybe he got it from Brand New.
Oh, brand new? just giving Brand New a random feed, huh? Yeah, Brand New, Strawberry, Doberman, Vice Admiral Bastille. They all ganged up and scarred Wang Ji like the Scabbards and Kaido.
Just Brand New Sai. You don't get to be the bounty guy by just being like good at economics.
Does Brand New even have a rank?
I think he's like a...
He's got to be V8, right?
He has a rank.
What's his rank?
I think he's like a rear, right?
You're going to be so shocked. He does not have a rank. It just says Marine Officer.
Well, maybe it wasn't Brand New.
Oh, sorry. He does have a rank. It is a Commodore. So he's very, very low on the totem pole. Post-time skip, he's a Commodore. Pre-time skip, he was a Lieutenant Commander.
Yeah. See, he's not out here like every day, you know? But he knows his bounties, all right?
Tashigi has a higher rank than this guy.
He can probably beat Tashigi's.
I don't know. Tashigi versus Brand New? Rank alone dictates that Tashigi would one-shot him.
Whoa, give me Brand New.
Really?
Give me Brand New.
I think you're just disrespecting Tashigi, man.
It is Tashigi disrespect. I need to see something, Tashigi. Prove me wrong, Tashigi. I love you.
Please.
I loved you when you were Kuina. But no, I really did like Tashigi a lot after Alabasta.
And after Punk Hazard.
I don't know. Well, I liked a version of her.
Oh, the smoker version? Yeah. The smoker Tashigi had aura.
I like Smoke Show Tashigi, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
yes.
I'm rewatching Punk Hazard right now, and it's so sad. Tashigi sees Smoker get done in by law, and she says, "No, I'm gonna stop you." She jumps over and she gets one shot, and that's it. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. And then the Monet fight, she essentially gets like 2 shot there. It's like, Tashigi, you could genuinely erase her from that arc. I don't think a lot changes.
Well,
like, I just kept on thinking back to that. It's like, man, like, really? Tashigi didn't have to be here.
Well, we need somebody for Smoker to switch with, so we need her body.
Whoa, that's crazy. She's more than just her body, Brago. She's a sword collector.
Not in Punk Hazard.
Yeah, not a Punk Hazard. Jesus.
So Roger became the Pirate King, Sai. Not sure if you knew about this. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Roger becomes the Pirate King, and of course his public execution backfires, and then they start to need help because the influx of pirates going after the fortune of One Piece, it led to an era of frenzied madness. So they go to Herald and they recruit over a dozen giants in hopes of bolstering their ranks. Well, let's say they got a dozen giants from various regions.
That's
in
good.
Hopes of bolstering their ranks.
Better for these giants to become Marines than just random pirates.
Yes.
I mean, we saw last chapter. There's like a thug just attacking a whole kingdom. So, I mean, hey, this is good giant PR, honestly.
It's so tough with the world government because we know just how shit they are.
Yeah.
As far as morals, but then they do good things. But it's because,
like I said, we got to separate the world government and the Marines. The Marines are doing good stuff out here.
Marines are doing really good stuff.
Salute, brother.
Really good stuff. I'm trying to think of like when someone like Sengoku became Fleet Admiral. As far as the timeline,
I don't think we have like an exact date on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I know a lot of people kind of think he was the fleet admiral when it was O'Hara, but he wasn't the fleet admiral yet, I believe.
Was he not?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Because at that point, kind of them, they were still vice admirals.
Yeah, Akainu and all them were vice admirals still.
Yeah. So I think Sengoku at that point was still an admiral. But either way, there are good things happening. Of course, you know, I don't want to say at the sacrifice of the giants, because it's not bad that you're joining the Marines.
Yeah, and these giants, I mean, they love fighting. I mean, why not just fight for the quote good guys? Good? Yeah.
Yeah. So narrator says Harold, who had been faithfully serving as a tool of the Navy, he was finally given official access to the Holy Land. So after being chased out, set on fire, attacked by a random crazy person in Mary Joa, he was invited back.
Our guy.
Progress.
That's a lot of progress. I mean, it took him 14 years, but he's here.
Progress.
He's here.
And he got a tattoo.
Dude, he's flexing it too. He's so like, happy about that.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
They went home to Ida, like, look at this. You see my tattoo?
He is a devoted blade of God.
A devoted blade. And he said, it's an honor, sire. And so they go on to explain that the covenant has 3 stages: a shallow covenant, but it is a mere trace of a bond. But the depths covenant and abyssal covenant are reserved for only 13 exclusive individuals who can enter into a contract with the true God. Here's the thing, though. Is 13 the limit, or is 13 just the current?
I think 13 is the current. Because current day, there should be more than 13. Because in the dragon silhouette, we got 9 individuals there. And then we include the Gorosei, who I'm assuming have the abyssal covenant. So that should be 14? Yeah, 5 plus 9. That should be 14. And then, if more join, or, with Saturn dead, that changes the number. I like to imagine 13 isn't like the only number finite. They can fix. Yeah, it's not fixed.
They can have more. Okay. But shallow covenant, this changed it from what it was in the previous translations. I think it was deep and
yeah.
So it's a shallow covenant, depths covenant, and abyssal covenant. And they said, like, if that day comes and you're made a proper knight, then you'll know the truth in the depths of the world. I think it's interesting that it's called that, where it's just the deeper you go, the more you have.
Yeah,
which
and
is cool.
It kind of ties back to like the sea as well, right? Like shallow sea, deep sea. So yeah, Emu being the person who's raising the waters. I feel like it thematically fits.
It fits really
good
really
on Emu.
Well.
Good naming scheme, man. Do you think it took like 900 years to come up with that?
I think they've definitely workshopped it.
Yeah, they changed it around. Like, actually, Harold, if you joined a year prior, it had a different name. we just made a decision yesterday yonder.
I guarantee, like, it was just like a group just coming together, kind of workshopping different ideas.
Oh, like one of your favorite animes, Slime Isekai. They all sat at a meeting table for like 5 episodes.
They sat at the meeting table, and then a random grunt came up with it. And they're like, oh, that's good. And the grunt was like, I had a great idea, didn't I? And Emu was like, you mean I had a great idea?
And then,
kill him on the spot.
And it's like,
like, yeah.
Gupta. That was his name, right?
Yeah.
Gupta? Oh.
The random, what is it?
It's like the goblin from episode 2 or something.
The goblin. Yeah. I think what I liked about Slime Isekai is how like, once they got a name, they would like evolve.
Yeah, that was cool.
I thought that was really cool.
It's a cool concept. And then like he gives names to like the primordial demons like Diablo. And then they get like even more powerful.
Diablo was a menace.
Dude, love Diablo.
A menace. But I thought that was like such a cool concept. And even I think, is that a spoiler?
No. That's like season 2. We're at like season 4 now. Like nobody cares.
Yeah, they'll be all right. But no, people have speculated what comes with these different I guess, covenants, where the shallow covenant is, I think people say it was like youth,
Is it?
or no, teleportation, they were saying.
I was going to say
Shallow
teleportation makes the
teleportation.
most sense.
Depth is youth and teleportation, and abyssal is youth, teleportation, and transformation. What do you
I
think?
would say depths tier 2 comes with regeneration, and that's kind of it. I don't want to say youth. I think youth is reserved for abyssal because we've seen Garling and Sommers and they've aged.
What about Gunko?
Gunko is different. I mean, the thing with Gunko is that right now she should only be shallows because during God Valley she was introduced as the Devoted Blade.
Devoted Blade, yeah.
Yeah, and Gunko
But
really
she's
has
an
not
official
aged.
God Knight now.
We don't know when that happens.
We don't know when it happened, but could she have like gotten to depth by this point?
See, another
Because-
funny thing about that is that even prior to God Valley, when Rox showed up into the flower room, Gunko was there too, and that was like years back.
That was a lot of years back. She
Yeah.
wasn't even a Blade of God yet, seemingly. It seemed
Yeah,
like she was like
seemingly.
a sacrifice or somebody that
A
was.
handmaiden.
It's very weird that Emu just had Gunko as a young girl just in his room by itself. Either way,
Yeah.
the thing is, a shallow covenant is a mere trace of a bond, and the fact that Emu took over her body in Elbath, could it be like a deeper covenant? Because can he just? I mean,
I'm assuming she has the depth covenant now because she's a god knight.
right.
But I feel
That's what I'm
like
thinking.
if you have any covenant, Emu can take over you. So like I think from
Any
this point
trace.
onward, like the whole theory that Herald is gonna get Domi reversed, I think that's like out now. Because if Emu wants to just turn Herald, they could just take over Herald. I feel like if Emu wants to execute Herald, he could probably just do what he did to Saturn and just you're done.
Yeah, but what would be the reason to Domi reverse E Harold?
There isn't one anymore. I
Unless,
mean,
well,
he loves
you
Emu.
gotta think about it.
Or I guess loves the WG.
Yes, but he did something to piss him off.
But
We know for a fact.
was that a real accident or did he do it on purpose? We don't know that yet either.
I think
Because, like,
based
so
on how this
far,
is going,
He has
he's going to do it on
spent
purpose.
he's spent over 20 years with the WG. So it's like,
But think,
does he really like at this point not care about what they're doing? Because he's seen the dark side. Surely he's seen the slavery and everything else that goes on up there. But he still wants to join. So it's like, I don't know why he would turn all of a sudden. Unless they ask him next chapter to like kill Ida, forget Ida. I don't know, give us like 1,000 sacrifices. Unless they ask for something just absurd, it's hard to imagine that he would throw.
it's something they ask for that's actually ridiculous that he does not vibe with.
Yeah, it's got to be like that. Like, I could see it going either way. Like, I'm not set in stone with either path yet, just because everything's going kind of swimmingly.
Yeah, it's tough. Poor Harold.
Poor Harold.
So, Harold, of course, after their explanation, he thinks about his country. Like, okay, so when will my country, officially join? And, will it officially join after I become deeper within you guys?
Sounds crazy. Yeah. It's
Saturn says,
absolutely
of course, Harold. It'll be announced to the world and you will be welcomed. And Harold, he's like a kid in a candy store. He's like, I'm grateful for this honor. I'll do anything you ask of me. Anything you hear me. Anything you just call me. So then he goes and meets your boy.
Dude,
And-
the aura emanating from the page.
I got to say this. The aura is a bit limited because we know what he is.
No. People have been saying, pretend like God Valley never happened. It never existed. I mean, to be honest, if you erase God Valley, like if we never saw what happened there, Garling would look like a fucking monster right here. Would he not? Like, erase all of God Valley. He would
like
be
the drip.
crazy right here.
I
Gotta
love the
admit.
drip. He looks fantastic, right? Looks like he's the baddest man in Mary Joa, but we know what he is. All right, so we got to temper expectations. So he's questioning it a bit. Say, what is the great? Not questioning it. He's just asking it. What is the great one thinking? And Summers, he's like one of the more realistic ones to ask a question, because he's like, can a king of Elbaf actually take orders? Where he's like, why? It's almost like he's asking, why would you listen to us? Are you good? And he's like, of course, your word is my command. Where it's like, you're the king of Elbaf. It's like, all right,
But he's one of the boys here, you know? It's like if we were playing a bunch of games and all of a sudden the vice president walks in and he's hanging out. It's like, whoa, wait, what, huh? You play Smash?
But it's like, what? Can you actually play Smash? Are you allowed to do this right now? Yeah, of course. Whatever.
Yeah. It's the agenda.
But then, Garling says, we'll give you a little phone, all right? And we'll call you if we need you. But hey, don't talk about anything we discuss here, all right? Nothing.
They trust them, man.
And Harry's like, understood. And then he goes right to Fishman Island.
He starts hanging out with Neptune. That's so funny.
Goes to Fishman Island. And shout out to Neptune. I said it before, but Neptune gets along with, like, everybody, it seems like. Everybody likes a good jamon. Except for Sai. They're on that side of, like,
not the biggest Neptune fan, but he's cool, though. I feel like he's a fun guy to hang out with. Apparently, he was a monster when he was growing up. It kind of insinuates that he was a troublemaker, huh?
I mean, they're all kind of troublemakers when they grow up, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Dude, imagine we see King Neptune in his prime. Like, maybe Bonnie just, regresses his age, and he's like a jacked out fishman version of Kaido. Like, imagine we're in the final war, right? And then here comes Nasujuro about to kill Zoro, and Zoro's like, on his back, and he's about to get, like, his head chopped off by Venus. And then Neptune steps in. He's like, Jamon, now it's my turn to save you, Roanoa. And then Venus is like, ah! And then we see that Venus has, like, a massive hole in his stomach. And then all the other elders turn around. They're like, oh, my God, it's the killer of the East Blue, or killer of the seas, King Neptunius.
But no, I agree with that. So it looks like Venus Juro's, like, his entire side is completely blown apart. And then we see the next chapter is just a small wound. And it doesn't affect anything that he does going forward.
Why? Are you taking away the Neptune W?
No, the W still exists, but the blown away side, we just act like it doesn't happen because his side wasn't actually blown away.
I don't know, man. I feel like Neptune's going to get an insane feat by the end of the story.
So
because he keeps on hyping up how strong he was back in his prime. Like, if his back wasn't broken, he'd be like a Otsuki out of Naruto.
It's kind of crazy because it's kind of like, it's kind of like, if I was only 6'6", I'd show ya.
Yeah, but I mean, he's actually throwing out his back, though. We see it in real time. Like, he was about to beat Hody Jones, and then his back cracked.
But, like, how much credit do you give to somebody that's like, if somebody's like, if my eye didn't get poked, I would have won.
Okay, think of it like Mike Tyson. If he was in his prime, he would have won.
Versus
Jake Paul.
I don't know.
Mike Tyson in his prime. You don't know who would win?
I don't know if we know, Sai.
What do you mean?
I think you're underestimating the Jakester.
Nah, hey, Jake Paul's a good fighter, but I mean, Mike Tyson in his prime, though.
I think at that point it probably goes 12 rounds.
Really? It goes all 12 rounds, huh? I don't think so, man.
Jake Paul by decision. No. I think Mike Tyson I give Jake Paul probably like 15 seconds versus a prime Mike Tyson.
And that's how I feel about King Neptune.
That's crazy. Okay. Comparing King Neptune to Mike Tyson.
I mean, it's kind of true, man.
Jamon. That's insane. So, of course, they're talking about the good old days, and Neptune says something funny. He's like, I doubt your son is some kind of demon child. I'm like, well.
Have you seen his eyes?
Have you seen him? you know, and everybody around him, they seem to die. So I don't know, King Neptune.
You tell us.
But Neptune, he says, you know, actually, I'm gonna have a daughter 4 years from now. What about your son has her? Harold's like, huh?
I love the face he makes. Like, whoa, this conversation's getting serious.
He's like, what?
So
Somebody
funny.
said, wait, so Loki can marry a mermaid, but Harold can't marry Ida? Interesting. But you know,
yeah, you're not wrong.
like,
Yeah, what's going on there? I mean,
I guess royalty.
yeah, I guess like royalty, it's fine, or maybe like to establish relations with Fishman Island, it's worth it.
Yeah, but not a
Not Ida
tramp
though.
from the slums.
Yeah, she's got like nothing to offer. Come on.
No. But you know, Neptune said, "Hey, we're not just talking about any ordinary mermaid. We're talking about the mermaid. All right." And I like seeing Notohime here as well. Rip to one of the goats. But Harold seems like he's like, you know what? I guess that could work. But then in the official, well, I guess it was clearer in the previous translations where it said that, you know, maybe she'd be a little Mosa.
Yeah, she'll be Shaggy,
Right.
Harry, Mosa.
Right. So here in the official it says Shaggy. So it's not as clean and easy to tie it together, but a lot of people felt like this was confirmation that Shirahoshi is Mosa. Now, I've seen more breakdowns of people saying, well, the speech patterns are a little different, how Shirahoshi ends her sentences versus Mosa. And so I don't think it's as airtight as people are saying. What do you think, Sai? Is this case closed?
Ah,
Because this is a very like easy case of Oda giving us some bait for
it
us to
feels
take
like
it.
bait. You know, for
Feels like
me,
bait.
I
Feels
made
like
a
bait.
whole like 40-minute video talking about this right here. And I'm like, yeah, you know, Shirahoshi, she, in my opinion, is the best candidate so far. She's the only candidate so far that makes sense. But there's a couple of things that don't make sense yet. And it's like you said, like it's good, but it's not airtight. You know, people are saying it's confirmed. There's like without a shadow of a doubt. I'm like, I mean, they're like, oh, so if it's not her, then who? It's like, well, I mean, we can still get new characters. Like One Piece isn't over yet. We could still get more candidates as time goes on. And you know, I don't know if anybody knows like Dawn and Dusk, but kind of like what you were saying, like they went back to the dialogue, and they're like, yeah, they share some similarities, but the way they talk is very different. And I agree.
It's so
like,
crazy.
I just feel like Mosa is not going to be Shirahoshi.
It's one of those where Oda does this sometimes, right? Where he sometimes makes things very obvious.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's very vague. I remember Wano when we saw Kumurasaki. A lot of people was like, "There's no way that's Hiyori." Right? There's no way Kumurasaki's Hiyori. It's too obvious. It has to be someone else. Dun dun dun. Kumurasaki ends up being Hiyori. I was like, okay. Another one was Denjiro,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where Kyoshiro is like, nah, it can't be. That doesn't even make sense. And it's like, you know, Oda figured out a way to kind of make it
Yeah,
so.
finagle it. Well, he like went into a room and screamed, and then he just walked out with different hair, different face shape, different body shape.
Different everything.
Yeah,
It was
like
insane.
this can work. Like I don't think this theory is impossible. It can definitely work. We
not.
just need a little bit more explaining. Like I don't think
I
it's
wanna say one of
airtight
my-
yet.
It's not airtight.
Yeah.
One of my favorite reviews of Wano though is Kamazo, the manslayer.
Oh, that being killer, that was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. That was a lot of fun finding that out because, you know, we had so many theories about Killer and what he looks like. So for us to see him and it without it being like a huge reveal, because we are like, oh, it's just a different character, and finding out that Kamazo was Killer, it was a fantastic moment in the community. I can't lie. So I think it's bait. I think
Okay,
he's trying to
so
set us up.
if I were to like put a gun to your head and say choose, is Shirahoshi Mosa, you'd say no.
I'd say no.
I'd say no. Yeah.
I'd say no. Like I feel like obviously Oda's leading us that way, but sometimes when Oda leads us in a certain direction, there's something there, but it's not like what we expect to find. But there's something there. Shirahoshi is involved in this in some way, but she's not Mosa.
It's funny because people are like, oh, like, but they literally say Mosa here. I'm like, well, this isn't the first time that she's been called Mosa, because I think Roger said the same thing. But also, like, if we're going like off of verbatim dialogue, Neptune also, like, it could be like an in-your-face thing, but he says, oh, she's not gonna be Shaggy, she's not gonna be Mosa. It's like, well,
and they just
6,
call
7.
it that.
It's like, I don't know. What if that's like another slap? Like, hey, it's not this.
They call her that because of her dad and how he is.
Yeah, because the dad is Harry.
Yeah, so they're just assuming she's gonna be the same way. So it could be a fishman, could be somebody there, could be just like, it could be ties, but I don't think it's Shirahoshi because that's just too obvious. And Oda typically doesn't just give us all the answers that like that. Even the Komurasaki thing that I referenced, it wasn't as obvious, or it wasn't. He didn't just flat out say, "Yo, this is Hiyori." He kind of let us a little bit, and then eventually he's like, "Okay, we put 2 and 2 together." Just to flat out say she's Mosa, I don't know.
I'm not mad at people who think it's her, by the way. Like,
I
feel like
at all.
There's a lot of reasons to believe it. And, you know, even if she isn't Mosa, I do think that her and Loki will link up and they'll be the sovereigns, maybe, right? They'll guide the Noah. Loki has some crazy powers like Shirahoshi. I think they'd make a great couple. But
the only
she doesn't have to be Mosa.
When they talked about the sovereigns meeting again, it's like, I believe they talked about them not being born yet.
I saw different translations for that. One of them said they're not born yet. The other one says our sovereign will be born soon. So I you know, that's something we gotta ask Sandman for. Like, is one sovereign born, the other isn't? Are they both not born yet?
Oda's wife.
Yeah, Oda's wife. Sorry. Sandman AP dash Oda's wife. I've seen different translations for that line, so I see why people say they're not born, they are born. That one is like a dicey one. I need to see like the Raws or something.
Did you see Sandman's quote tweet?
No, Sandman's been going off though.
Where
what did he say?
It has been confirmed that Sandman is Oda's wife, and he quote tweeted and said, "Thank you," with the hard eye, with the puppy dog eyes, or like
good old Sandman. Oh, he pinned it on Twitter.
Did he pin it?
It's his. Oh my God! It has like 73,000 likes. What? Why did that tweet take off? Well, yeah, it literally has 73,000 likes on Twitter.
Because some people actually believe it, Sai. Some people actually believe that Sandman is Oda's wife.
Okay, he's not actually Oda's wife, but he's, you know, he's got a lot of info, though. That's for sure.
Yo, Sandman is a troll.
He
Somebody
is.
said, as Oda yourself, do you think Shanks is stronger than the world's strongest swordsman? Sandman says, I'm not sure if Shanks is a pure swordsman or not. With the eyes. Yo, Sandman is a top tier troll, man. And
I think Sandman is
it's funny.
He's a Mihawk fan too, so he's trying to push that one a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
He's
So
our
that's the thing,
strongest
like,
soldier.
it is hilarious with Sandman. I mean, listen, the fact that Sandman has access to all these like exclusive pictures and random things, it's a bit odd, but you know.
Oh yeah, he
if you
posted
had
a
to
picture
pick-
of Oda's feet. I have that saved in my phone.
If you had to pick something of Sandman, or someone Sandman could be, right? Your life is on the line. What would you say it is? Who would you say it is?
I just say he's like a super fan.
Just a super fan?
Yeah.
Okay,
I just
so
think he's
not
a super fan. That's it.
He's not somebody in the inner circle.
No, I don't think he's in the inner circle. I think he's just a massive super fan that lives in Japan.
Okay.
And I do think he is like an older guy too, like he says he is. Because what he says, he's like late 40s, early 50s or something.
I don't know if he ever clarified. He just said he's really old.
I think he gave like a range.
He gave a range. I think it was like, it felt like he was talking about like before like the 70s. Like
yeah,
80s,
he's
70s.
up there.
So he's, you know, he's up there, but oh my God, shout out to Sandman.
Shouts to him, man. Good troll.
W
I'll never forget
troll.
the King of Lightning one. Like, popular YouTuber, King of Lightning, he doesn't like
Thinks
me.
I should not.
It just,
But it's
so
crazy
funny.
because it's like, he's a super fan, but then he points out like Oda's affiliations with like Watsuki and stuff. But I guess he just like he doesn't like Watsuki, obviously.
Yeah,
And so like
or it's like engagement bait.
I feel like he
Because
gets
you gotta admit,
engagement.
every time he does that, like people always talk about it.
Yeah. But I guess you like engagement more than you like One Piece or Oda?
I mean, you could do both.
Yeah. I think it's just like if I'm a super fan of somebody, posting something that denounces them or have people look at them in an unfavorable light seems kind of, I guess, contradictory, but stranger things have happened.
Oh yeah,
Sigh. Stranger things have happened. Um so now we go to that year. All right, Sigh. That year.
that year, that same
Saul.
year.
Saul settles down, and he asks if he could settle down there in Elbaf, and he approves it. But then Harold asks Saul to open up a school,
Build the
for
library.
um the people of Elbaf. Good thing.
In general, good thing, but I don't think the world government would want this. But also, I don't think Harold's gonna tell them. But I also don't think Harold thinks that the world government would mind. He's very naive.
I think Harold is kind of like he's someone that isn't gonna ask for permission, but he's not gonna tell them. He'd rather ask for forgiveness. Like it's one of those where it's like I'm not doing anything wrong. They didn't say I couldn't do this, but I'm not gonna ask them.
It's like what I said earlier, and I think it was the best description of Harold. He is the jolly good giant.
But think about it. Think about what Harold is approving here, Sai. He's basically saying it is okay to open up a school using a former Marine, well, a traitor of the world government, and
that
using
too. I forgot.
using
Dead man.
right a dead man, but also using knowledge that is supposed to be restricted and should not be taught or exposed to anyone.
Yeah, because they
So
have
you're
the
doing
O'Hara books.
everything that the world government would not want you to do. So what if they find out that Harold opened an amazing school using, well, I don't think they knew that Saul was in Elbaf, but let's say they found out you're using Saul to teach them shit about the Void Century. Harold, what are we doing? But again, great intentions.
It's
man.
so
He's not-
funny because we don't get his inner monologue, so we don't know if like he's
We don't
actively
know.
trying to betray or if it's genuine. Like he doesn't think there's a
think it's
problem with
genuine.
this. He's
I don't
genuine,
think he
right?
thinks it's a problem. I
Look
think
at that
he's super
smile on his
genuine.
face, dude. There's not like there's not a malicious bone in his body.
They call him the best king. They said the
Yeah.
best king of Elbaf. So like, I think he's genuinely just trying to make his people better and smarter. He saw just how much how advanced humans were, and how much giants were able to learn from humans. So for him, at this point, it's like, okay, how can I do better for my people as well to kind of get them on par, if not supersede what humans can do? He's not even thinking about that. Just like, I just want my people to be better, flat out.
Yeah.
And of course, for Saul, it's like, yo, can you open a school and teach our people? So I think he's being super genuine, bro. That's the thing about Harold, where it's like, you can point out the issues with the things that he's doing, but of course we have the benefit of hindsight. So I don't hold it against him too much.
Oh, I
It's just
don't.
great intentions, right?
I love
just great
Harold,
intentions.
man.
And I just respect everything Harold's doing. 15 years ago, a shocking incident. Yo, everything happens in Mary Joa. It's just so much shit happens in Mary Joa. It's just sickening. But the slaves have escaped. They broke out their cages, and we see Fisher Tiger. All right. Now
Our
there
guy.
was a lot of clamor, right? There was a lot of Ritter, if you listen to KG. But there was a lot of clamor on Twitter about Fisher Tiger and Fisher Tiger's legend. Some people
the
were
red
saying
line.
him climbing the red line. Him climbing the red line, and some people were saying, okay, it obviously was an embellishment to protect his legacy and his reputation, but he was obviously also a slave. Sai, is this a retcon or is this a clarification of what happened?
Hey, don't look at me. I haven't gone back and looked at the Carfax and the timelines yet. I was under the assumption, first read through, that he did climb the red line. And then obviously, you know, when you get to that part, it's like, okay, maybe he didn't climb the red line because he was a slave, and that's just, you know, all legend, hoopla. But and then we get this, and then I think I heard that the timeline is scuffed. So this should be like his second time coming up here. And then of course we have the scene where he goes to Neptune and Otohime saying, hey guys, something's gonna happen like in the next few days. And then that's like when he breaks the slaves out. So I've heard that the popular camp right now, and I haven't done research yet, I'll look at it later, is that he escaped as a slave once, went down, told Otohime and King Neptune what happened, then he went back up, climbed the red line, he got captured again, and then he broke out. Which I'm like, okay, that's a little bit convoluted, but I guess I don't know, man. What about you? Did he climb it?
I think he was just there once. I don't think he climbed the red line, though.
I think it makes more sense that it was all one go. And I think me and Par, we talked about like, okay, the reason he went to King Neptune Otohime and said, hey, things are going to get bad the next few days is because he started the Sun Pirates and because that's when the news started spreading. I have no clue.
I think he knew that things were coming. Things were on the horizon. It's just a warning. But I don't think him going twice is crazy.
Yeah.
Right? I think this makes more sense.
Like, why not free the slaves while you're up there?
Right. I think that's what he tried to do. Right? And I think this is just the one time. It's just the propaganda. But people hiding themselves being slaves is not new in the One Piece world. So I'm willing to believe that more than anything. That makes more sense. But, you know, Fisher Tiger, while he's there, could be the first time, could be the second time. I don't know, depending on who you ask. He stumbles upon one of Sai's greatest soldiers, a God Knight. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I read the chapter the first time and we saw Harold there with Sommers and Garling, I thought that kid was Shamrock. I was like, wow, Shamrock. Obviously looks just like Shanks, but man, the hair, it's crazy. You see this kid, this guy, well, he's 24 at this point, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He goes and he attacks Fisher Tiger. Something that people point out that I didn't even realize at the time, he took Shanks's bandage off.
Yeah, he took the bandage off, and he also drew blood. You see that? His eyes, like, spurting out.
Here's the thing, though. I think this is just Shanks. It's a fresh wound.
Yeah.
Right? So him taking the bandage off is like reopening a fresh wound. I think this is just telling us more about like when all this happened between him and Blackbeard.
Like it happened this year.
It happened that year, Sai.
And this is possibly Shanks' first year in the Holy Land, too.
Yes, more than likely.
Yeah.
Based on how he's talking, based on how they're still kind of... You know, when somebody's new to, like, a situation, you're kind of being a bit more gentle with them than you normally would. That's how Shamrock was talking to Shanks a bit. So I think this is his first year here. And so I think when Shanks was 24 was when he actually clashed with Blackbeard. So how many years ago that was from this time? From the current timeline? Because Shanks is 39 now?
39, yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's just 15 years ago, right?
15 years ago.
Yeah.
When did Shanks become a Yonko? Wasn't it 14 years ago?
It was shortly after. This should be like 1 billion Berry Shanks, right?
Wait, did Shanks become a Yonko 14 years ago, or was it 6 years ago? I think it was 14, right?
King Harold died 14 years ago, and then the year he captured Loki is the year he became a Yonko, which he captured Loki 6 years ago because it was 8 years on the open sea. Yeah.
So that's because the 6 years ago is the Yonko thing, because that's we assume that's what
6 years from the start of the series. Yeah.
Yes. So 6 years ago, So 14 years ago was when, 15 years ago he fought against Blackbeard. 14 years ago, that's when he got the Nika fruit. With Who's Who? I think it's
Shanks
the
meets
same
Luffy
year.
13 years ago. So it's 1 year after he captures Loki.
So, damn, Shanks been busy.
He's been
so
busy.
15 years ago.
Timeline's getting crazy.
Right? 15 years ago, Mary Joa, God Knights, Fisher Tiger.
Blackbeard.
14
Fisher
years
Tiger.
ago, right? Blackbeard, right?
Yeah.
Blackbeard as well. Loki, Fisher Tiger, Mihawk at some point around
Mihawk
here
should
as
be
well.
around here too.
Then Loki, Nika fruit, then Luffy.
Luffy, yeah.
Yonko, Luffy. It's a lot that Shanks been doing in that
Jeez.
time span, right? Very active 24-year-old, 23, 24, 25-year-old. So he then tells Fisher Tiger that the armory is unlocked and how to get there. Also, Dragon, man. I think this helps Dragon. One of the main arguments against Dragon that people have always said, Fisher Tiger went there and got away safely. Why can't you do it? Well, he had the inside help of a future Yonko. Not that far off.
Okay, wait. Shanks, all he did was unlock a door, to be fair. It's not like Shanks was like helping Fisher Tiger arm and foot.
But Sai, the thing is, if Shanks wasn't here, somebody else could be here.
Maybe.
As like a God Knight.
It
So it's
seems like
kinda
the
like-
God Knights are hanging out somewhere else.
Right. And it could be something that Shanks planned or could be a distraction that he did. But the thing is, the fact that Shanks was here, and one, not only is he the one that's here, but secondly, he told him how to get there. So he could also tell him how to get around all the God Knights and the areas to go where he can go undetected. Because if
Shanks
he's just
left him a
running
map.
around, right? Because if he's just running around not knowing where things are, more than likely you're going to run into a God Knight or somebody that can stop you. So this is invaluable help and information that Dragon did not know that he would have or would not expect to have if he raided Mary Joa for Ginny. Also, hot take, maybe not a hot take.
What's up?
Think Shanks captured Ginny.
Shanks is the one who did it?
Shanks did it.
I think Shamrock was the one.
Maybe.
I think it was
more-
Shamrock.
more
I feel like
drama.
Shanks wouldn't want Ginny as a wife.
I don't think he had. I don't think it was his choice.
Oh, wait. When did Ginny get captured? Was it like
No idea.
Okay.
It's a crack theory that we were talking about on stream when it was happening.
So Ginny gets captured a year after Fisher Tiger.
Boom.
But that should be around the same year that Shanks leaves the Holy Land.
That's what I'm saying. But I think Shanks to get information, he had to prove himself in some way. Where it's
So
like,
he
are
said,
you really
"Give me
with us?
Ginny."
No, where they're like, yo, you need to take a wife. And
You gotta be crazy. What if... So we know Shanks and Dragon, they might have like a little connection
Yeah.
because, Dragon saved him as a kid. Maybe Shanks remembers, maybe Roger told him, blah, blah, blah. But what if Dragon was the one who said, hey, take a Ginny?
Dog, I knew you was about to go there.
No.
I
Shanks-
knew you were about to go
Shanks
there.
bends the knee.
I
He's
knew
like,
you were about to
"Dragon,
go there.
Dragon, I'm so close to getting Marie's raw intel, but I need to take a slave wife to show that I'm really about it. Who do I take? What do I do? And then Dragon, he slips a picture at Ginny, and that is why Dragon never saves her.
No, but Dragon does it because Kuma was getting a bit distracted.
Oh, yeah. Kuma's getting distracted. He wanted Kuma to lock in. Because
Right.
imagine, after Ginny got captured, Kuma really locked in. Maybe
locked
that's
in,
why
man.
Dragon never went after her. It's not because he couldn't. It's
But he did
because
give
he
him
didn't
leave.
want to.
He gave him time off.
And then we learned that the reason why Ginny died wasn't because of Sapphire Scales, but Dragon killed her so that she wouldn't be able to tell Kuma what really happened that day.
What do you think? Yo.
Dragon sucks the wind out of her lungs.
You think Dragon is Aizen?
Really?
That's
That'd be
insane.
crazy, man.
That would be an insane twist. I would just need more
Do you
meaning
think people would
behind
like the
Ginny.
twist?
Hell no.
I don't
People
think
would
anybody would like it
actually-
either.
People would hate it because it would just give them more ammo as to why they hate Dragon.
Yeah.
Because they like Kuma more than Dragon, and he intentionally brought Kuma pain, even though it is a net positive considering what Shanks ended up doing or ends up doing for the world. But still, they would hate Dragon because like you did this to your friend, your
Yeah.
man.
So because of that, we don't want this theory to become true. It shouldn't come true.
I would
But
like
just
it to come
know
true.
it's out there.
I think Shanks is the one that captured Ginny, man. I think because here's the thing, that would be just like, oh no.
I mean, okay. If that happens, does that mean that Shanks is also Bonnie's dad? Which, I mean, we were looking at Shamrock for that a while back.
Didn't the male version of Bonnie look like Shanks?
Yeah,
Or
the
was it
male
his?
version of Bonnie looked like Shanks. So it's like, okay, was it Fig Garland? Was it Shamrock?
It
But
could be
now, I mean,
Shanks or it could be
you're
Shamrock.
bringing this up. It could be Shanks now.
So Bonnie's Shanks' daughter?
But what if Ginny also knows the mission? She's like, Shanks, we gotta do this.
You gotta do it.
We gotta do it.
You gotta
You
boink
gotta
me.
really sell it. Yeah. That'd be crazy. What an
But then
interesting plot
imagine
point
Shanks
that would be.
Shanks goes and gets the Nika fruit and gives it to Luffy, but then his kid inherits a fruit that ends up being like a fake Nika anyway.
Yeah. And then Shanks looks at it and he's like, you're welcome, Ginny. I knew it'd all work out.
But also Kuma ends up getting his revenge by saving the guy that ends up killing Shanks. In
What?
Black
The
Peter.
world is interconnected, man.
I don't know. That'd be insane connections. But I thought it was interesting. So Fisher Tiger, of course, saves the slaves, Boa, Sanders, Sonia Marigold, the Koala.
Your favorite revolutionary.
I can't tell you. Like the Koala backstory makes me so like emotional.
It's a good
She was just-
backstory.
She was just so aloof, right? Like just so innocent. And they could have killed her any time, but they just like looked out. It was just
And then her village sold out Fisher Tiger.
I'm like, bro,
That's
like,
crazy,
it's
man.
crazy, man.
But
Just
I mean, I
crazy.
thought that they were gonna like recapture her if not, so it's like it's a rock and a hard
just-
place.
we love One Piece. So now Harold gets introduced to Shanks. We find out that Shanks, we've already talked about it, obviously. We
Yeah.
find out Shanks was a god knight. And actually, well, here's the thing. We knew Shanks went back to Mary Joa at some point. We knew that for a fact. At some point, he went back there, and my speculation was that he got Griffin from his family. I did not know that he signed up to play the role. To kind of get information, more than likely. I think this is next level. Like we said, Shanks was
Dude, the
busy.
fit is immaculate. I love the
clean.
way Shanks looks in this chapter.
is
I'm not
clean.
even a Shanks fan. I'm like, yo, this is fire as hell.
You saw, I didn't think about this at the time, but people were like, oh, Shamrock is him confirmed. Do you know why they said that?
Because he's a god knight.
No, because they said, or Garling said, he'll be an instant boost, likely on the level of Shamrock.
That and apparently Shamrock is the older brother. So I mean, which we already knew, but now like they're kind of laying it on thick, and Shamrock is looking good. I'm excited for that because a lot of people, I don't know how I feel about it, chat. They're disappointed in Garling after God Valley. So it's like, man,
Yeah.
we needed the boost. We needed the Shanks tax to extend to Shamrock here in a good way.
I'm not as disappointed in Garling. And at first I was. Then somebody gave me perspective. He's fighting against the best in the world, ever.
Oh yeah, he's fighting number 1.
Like, he's fighting one, like, if you go, like, a top all-time characters, he's fighting multiple characters that's probably in the top 15, top 20. All time. Like, yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. So I kind of cut him some slack for that. So do I think Shamrock is him? I think he's the only chance the God Knight has. The God Knights have to kind of redeem themselves. He must be him. He has to be him.
He
Also-
can't get one shot. He can't get off screened, especially with his voice actor.
Also, Somebody asked a brilliant question that I plan on talking about extensively at another time. Ranking the strongest father-son duos from weakest to strongest. Harold and Loki, Darling Shanks or
Ooh,
Shamrock,
that's nasty.
Dragon Garp.
Wait. Do you include all the kids?
No, just one kid.
Oh, okay.
Dragon
Because if you do
Garp,
Shanks and Shamrock, that'd be nasty.
Garp Dragon, Dragon Luffy, right?
Akainu Hibari,
That's crazy. Rock's Blackbeard.
Judge Sanji.
I did include that as well. Kaido Yamato.
Ooh, there's a lot of good like father son ones.
Who's the weakest? Just give me the weakest
The weakest off rip?
out of those. Out of those, because like we're not like using Usopp and Yasop. Like, yeah.
Wait, no Usopp Yasop?
No,
What?
they have no chance. They have no chance.
I mean, I'm sorry. The weakest has got to be Judge and Sanji. Like, I think Sanji himself is so strong, but Judge is like not.
Exclude them.
Exclude them. Who's the weakest?
Luffy.
Well, I wish I had like the list pulled up
Dragon
in front of
Luffy.
me.
Dragon Luffy, Garp Dragon, Harold.
Here's a hot take. I
Loki.
think it's
Dragon
Kaido
Luffy.
Yamato.
Yeah, I agree.
Kaido Yamato would be the weakest there.
Yeah, because I don't think Kaido is as strong as, let's say, Rocks. And then I don't think, obviously, Yamato's not as strong as Blackbeard. I don't think.
Yeah, and then
And
put them
even
up against
Kaido-
like the dragons,
Kaido
right?
and Dragon, yeah.
Yeah. And then
yeah.
Luffy beats Yamato. Like,
Then even Harold and Loki. Harold and Loki is probably closer. But I got Loki over Yamato, and I got Harold over Kaido.
yeah. And then there's Garling and Shanks versus Kaido. People already have Shanks alone over Kaido, so it's like, okay, what? That's cleared.
Yeah, exactly. It's an
It's
interesting
a
debate.
crazy
when you get
last
to the top.
pick option there, but
When you get to the top, it's tough because, like, who's better, Garp Dragon or Dragon Luffy?
it's like when people say Big Mom's the weakest Yonko. It's like, okay, she's still like, you know, top 10, but she's just the weakest out of the emperors, like, which is saying a lot.
Yeah. Good conversation, good debate.
Ooh, Marco Polo.
I think I might pick Judge Sanji over them. I'm joking.
I mean, I wouldn't
Actually-
be mad at that, to be honest.
I don't know. I might.
Yeah. Judge Sanji. Hey, didn't
Alright.
the famous YouTuber King of Lightning have a judge in like his top 5 or something? Love King of Lightning, but I never saw the video where he said that, but people just quote that all the time. I'm like, dang, did he really though? I mean, I guess it's like me and my Garling take, and I thought Garling was gonna be strong, so that's fair. It
It's like
happens.
One Piece. Context is missing, but he did say it.
Dang.
He didn't like. It's almost as if he was asking the question of, you know, like, man, this person's strong. Like,
Okay.
could Judge be top 5?
You know what? I'm gonna cut Cole a lot of slack. When I first saw Judge, I didn't think he was like top 5 in the verse. Like, cause you know, Cole, he had him up there with like Joy Boy and Emu. Personally, I thought I thought Judge was gonna be strong though. Like I thought he would genuinely be at least Doflamingo level. I'm not even kidding. Like I was
I
like, oh
had a
yeah,
lot of faith
Sanji's
in
dad, like
Judge.
multiple kids, like literally the owner of a country, about to ally with Big Mom. Like he sounded like that dude.
Well, you know when I lost faith in Judge, and the thing is, I did have faith in Judge, maybe not much as a combatant, but I had a lot of faith in Judge as an intellectual. Okay, because of him, and the things that he was working on, things that he had discovered, I had a lot of faith in him. But then what happened was, I remember going through the entire Tea Party with Big Mom, and of course, people that you just had to be there. But at the time, a lot of us thought that Judge had a plan. You thought that Judge was at least stringing Big Mom along to betray her eventually. That's what a lot of people thought. It was too obvious because even Big Mom, when she invited him to the Tea Party, she's like, "Oh, no weapons,
no raid suits,
right?
It's
No
a
raid
party.
suit. It's a party." I'm like, Judge, there's no contingency plan. When Judge lost me, and he's lost me forever, he'll never get me back. is when he was crying
Hey,
at
dude.
the thought of being betrayed by Big. I was like, Judge, you didn't see this coming?
He was crying and he regretted his choices with his kids. No, they're heartless monsters.
Whilst they were laughing at him.
Bro.
They were laughing at him.
They were all laughing at him. That was a bad day to be a Judge fan. That was awful day. And then even when he was freed, the first thing he did, he hopped into Capone Bedge's stomach, just hid in there for a while. Dude.
Yeah. Judge. People talking about Shanks' acting and say, is there a little truth in what Shanks is saying he hated everything down there? I'm like, come on, bro. Obviously, Shanks is just, he's selling it, you know? People also mentioned Shamrock.
People think that Shanks is being serious.
No. I think he's just in his Leo bag, man. He's just selling it really well.
They're just buying
really
it.
Good sell
They're buying
job.
it up.
Shamrock is buying it. Shamrock is like,
you can't blame him though. Dude, he probably misses his younger brother. He probably always wanted like family members that, were different on his level.
It's hard not to be compassionate or have some empathy when you find out that you have a younger brother that looks exactly like you.
And they were, kidnapped and they lived with filth for all their years. Like, you can't not feel bad for him.
It's, but I wonder how much has Shamrock been indoctrinated? So his goal right now is just asset management. Again, that's how I think of like a Shanks right now. He's an asset, a very valuable asset. So we're going to just like manage him as well as possible.
I feel like that's what Emu thinks, but I feel like Shamrock, he looks at his brother and like, hard eyes come out, like birds are flying around Shanks and shit, just, it's like music starts playing. I think there's
empathy. There's empathy, but I think it's like either you're with us or you're not.
I don't know, man. I mean, you got brothers.
Yeah. But if one of them became a pirate and I'm a part of the WG,
you'd still feel for him deep down.
I would like not to fight you.
Yeah.
But,
Isn't there like a movie like that somewhere out there?
Where brothers have to fight?
Yeah, it's like in a war. I think it's like North versus South. Something like that. It's a very iconic movie. I'm just blanking on the name.
Oh, Lion King.
It was something like this. It might have just been the Lion King at this point. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the brothers didn't fight. One was kind of betrayed, and kind of got set up by the other brother. And I don't mean to spoil the Lion King, but,
Yeah, don't mean to spoil the Lion King, a movie that nobody really enjoys, but here you go.
What?
I'm sorry, bro.
Nope.
Have I ever told you that? I'm not a big fan of the Lion King. We bring it up often, and we talk about the live action and everything.
You've never said that.
I've just never been the biggest fan of the Lion King, and I just kind of like smile. I'm like, yeah, it's fair enough. Like,
you said nobody enjoys it?
I mean, everybody has their vices. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I'm not gonna say anything. See, that's how good of a friend I am. Like, all these years I've known you. You talk about the Lion King, you're smiling and laughing.
I'm happy.
I'm just down here like, let Brago be happy. Let everybody be happy. I'm not the biggest fan.
But now you're like, enough of this.
Mask
the Lion
off,
King
yeah.
is shit.
It's done. The Black Friday sale is over.
Wow, Sai. The Lion King is amazing. Can you feel?
No!
Why does Sai hate happiness, guys?
No, it's just not my favorite musical out there. Like, hit me with like Beauty and the Beast instead.
Okay. Beauty and the Beast is not a terrible musical. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Actually, something that I saw is happening again that I'm super interested in.
Oh.
I'm going to go to one. You definitely won't go because you wouldn't know what's happening.
Oh, it's like a stage play, I bet.
Attack on Titan. The orchestra is traveling again.
Oh, God.
And they're going to be in a bunch of different cities, and I am going to the live performance of
Did they send you a free ticket?
Attack on Titan. Not yet.
They
but it's in the
generally
works.
send free tickets to people.
Yeah, I got a free ticket last year, so I just
Yeah.
want to get one this year as well.
Is
But-
it fun?
Well, Attack on Titan has some like amazing soundtracks. Like you haven't gotten to this point, I don't think, but it was like a moment with Reiner and Eren and Berthold. The music at that moment is the most magical thing ever. All right, and Attack on Titan ending 4, I think it is masterpiece, just masterpiece. So if I can hear that live with an orchestra, I want to hear it.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, it always sounded interesting. It's just that none of those, musicals ever come to Oklahoma, so I'd have to like travel to Texas, and it's like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's gonna be in a
It's
bunch
cool
of
though.
places, a bunch of places. So I'm gonna catch it at some point at one of
Yeah,
these places. So I cannot wait for that. Now, Sai, we're still at that year,
a lot happens in
right?
this one year, man.
That year.
That damn year.
Ida's sick. Ida's sick, and they're saying to go call for Harold, and she's saying no, he's busy. All right, he doesn't want to bother me. His what is she at this point? A side chick, a mistress. His mistress,
Just the lady in
right?
the tavern.
And she's like trying to calm everyone down since she's going to be okay. It feels like she's helping Harold by not bothering him. And here comes our boy Loki saying, "Give Ida this meat, okay? I need the bar to open. It's a nice chill place that I like to hang out at." And Loki's misunderstood, man. He's really misunderstood because he's just trying to help Ida in his own way.
Yeah.
Tsundere.
He's just brash. He kind of reminds me of Ace a little bit. Like a young Ace, not like current day Ace. Because he's dead.
More like Gajeel.
Oh, Gajeel. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one from our favorite anime.
Yeah. I saw somebody said we were disrespecting Fairy Tail recently.
What?
I
Are
don't
they new
remember
here?
where. I don't remember where. But I was like, come on, guys. We don't disrespect Fairy Tail. We love Fairy Tail.
Oh, we love
over
Fairy
here.
Tail.
All right.
It's like, we love it so much.
We shit on it sometimes.
We shit on it so much.
But we
That's
love
why.
it.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely. There's genuine love there for Fairy Tail.
It's like an abusive uncle. It's like, he's my uncle, I guess.
Still our uncle, though.
Yeah, still our uncle. We don't like him that much, but he's there.
But he's fun.
Invited
And
to
he
the
makes
cookouts.
all the jokes. Like, he's funny he's amazing at cookouts. Life of the party.
Yeah.
But you can't let him drink too much.
Yeah. Because then he starts throwing some piss, and we
Then
don't
you
like
gotta
him
kick him
anymore.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's fun. Like, fun time, that uncle. Ada's loved. Hired him with his own little crew. They are sailing out to find a doctor. Right? Hired him still. No
So
drip.
funny.
Come to find out, in Loki's mother's hometown of, well, I thought it was Alcohol Village. It says Brewers Village. And this guy is bragging, Sai. He looks like the dude from Family Guy that's a bit weird and looks at Chris.
Oh, yeah. The pedophile.
The little pedophile.
Forgot his name.
Yes, he looks like him.
He does.
So he said, "We gave the little wench a little poison."
He no-diffed Ida.
No diff. She didn't put up a struggle. But he's like proud of this. And I'm like, it's just a multiplier for Loki because one, I don't like my mom's side of the family. My mom hated me, and now the only mom I ever had, you're telling me you poisoned her? Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's
destroyed the
dead.
entire village, Sai.
He's dead.
The entire village is gone. Well, here's the thing. He's probably not dead.
I
This
don't know.
guy-
We hear his neck cracking. If that's him at the end of the chapter.
It seems like it's him still alive.
Yeah, he survives it somehow.
He survives it, and guess who's dead? Ida.
Yeah. He
She's
won.
gone. He won. And by the time Loki gets back, Ida's probably dead. And I think the tough part about it is he killed him too soon, if he's dead. Because Loki doesn't have to deal... He hasn't dealt with the pain of loss yet. This is just Ida being sick. So when he goes back and Ida's dead, now all that anger from her being dead, what do you do with it?
You look for this guy's family and then get them.
Yeah, it's gonna be misplaced anger. So I can see Loki like taking it out on somebody or something, or just like same Loki up to his shenanigans, but he's really upset at Ida's death.
Ooh, maybe he takes it out on Hiruden.
Oh,
Hiruden
God.
shows back up, and then Ida's been cooked, and he's like, "You missed the funeral. What
Where
you
were
doing?
you?
Where was the doctor?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
great fucking chapter, man.
it's a really good chapter. I enjoyed the Loki portion, the Shanks portion, Harold, like start to finish. I mean, we could have done without
Loved
the
it.
first page, but start to finish, it was really good.
Loved it. I really loved it. Really, really enjoyed this one. One Piece chapter 1167. Sai, any final thoughts?
Yeah, let us know what you guys think about the Fisher Tiger incident. How
Yeah,
were the events? Did it go back up? Did it get captured twice? Let us know down below.
I have to
I'll
go
look
back
into
and
it
make my own
later.
assessment.
Yeah.
But I remember like my initial thoughts is like Fisher Tiger went up there once. And the whole climbing the red line is just a fallacy, a legend created to protect his reputation.
But apparently we have like a timeline for it. So I got to go back and check it.
We got to see. We
Yeah.
got to see. Guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe. People are talking about like the category and the devil fruit things, like, oh, this messed up the timelines, but it's still explanations that could be there for all these different things. But yeah, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace out.
Peace.